In this video, I'm going to change the rear brake master cylinder to this 2005 Derbi DRD Pro 50R. The reason I'm doing this job is because after servicing fully the rear brake caliper, the brakes won't just bleed at all. The pedal goes to the ground and there's no feel. The replacement part is this universal eBay rear brake kit with a external brake fluid reservoir along with the separate brake light switch. I favored this over the original sideways one with the integrated reservoir type because the original is pain in the ass to bleed. Every time you add fluid when bleeding, you have to take the bolts off just for a simple thing like that. I started by taking the old part out and right away I was stopped when the bolt holding the old cylinder was broken somehow. So I had to cut it out. The stock brake lever will stay, as luckily the universal part fits to it. There was no brake fluid in the cylinder, which is kind of worrying, but I got the original part out and I can start installing the new part in. So first, installing the brake light switch and the brake hose to the caliper. It is important to include the washers to both sides of the brake hose. There will be no leaks afterwards. The lower attachment to the cylinder is a bit long, so I'll cut this part so it will look a bit better. So I got this to the correct length and the bolt holes match and the pin doesn't fit. Now let's try again, much better. And then I just secure this clip with the tails bent over the pin. Now I'm just securing the new master cylinder so it won't move when braking. Well, it moves a little now as the lower nut was broken. I'll have to fix that at some point. It's time to bleed the new brake system. You can hear the bubbles coming out. Once the bubbling stops, I start pumping the brake lever to make pressure in the system. I have this syringe to make a little vacuum to help the process. It is important to keep the reservoir at the most highest place of the system. The more difference there is in height to the master cylinder, the most easiest the air comes out. Then this foamy brake fluid comes out, made of mostly air, I think, and the brake lever starts to get a feel. I tested them a little, I gave the moped a couple of laps to confirm that the brakes work again. I hope you enjoyed this video. By the way, this is the color of the old brake fluid.